Hey everyone, my name is Mars, like the planet, and this is Housewarming. Me and my partner have just purchased our very first home, so if you're interested in design, homemaking, or figuring it all out, make sure you subscribe. Today I'm going to be doing a good old-fashioned closet declutter. Now these videos are super popular on YouTube, and I am not the first nor the last person that's going to be posting a video like this, but I just thought that I would clean out my closet. I have a couple of clothes I need to get rid of. I have a couple of boxes that have been sitting untouched since we moved over 6 months ago. I have kind of gone through the things, but I really would like to get my stuff pared down to one box. Now, I am not going to make this closet aesthetically pleasing or anything like that. We have more than enough space in this house for our things. There are just a couple of things I really want to go through, just want to make sure, and I want to donate at the end of this video once I'm all done. So let's get into it. So this is my closet before. Now it's not filled to the brim with things or anything like that, but in a lot of those boxes are things that I packed up over 6 months ago. If you want to actually see me packing up my old room, I will link that video in the cards above as well as down below. Now I am not one to hoard a lot of things or keep a lot of things. So my closet is, you know, it's not terrible, but I do want to go through a lot of these boxes just to see what's in them. I'm going to start taking everything out of the closet and just making sure, just so I can start fresh with a clean slate. And I'm not going to take my clothes out just because I know what's in them and I know the exact pieces that I'm probably going to get rid of. Now my suitcases, I'm probably, not going to go through anything like that. I just want to make sure I consolidate them all. You can see the brown bag on top is part of my suitcase as well. And this blue container at the bottom is actually my keepsakes. So I will not be going through that at all just because I'm not going to get rid of any of my keepsakes or anything like that. So I'm just pulling everything out, just making sure, and this project really did not take me long at all. This video is probably going to be about 15 minutes. So, oh my God, that looks like a roach on the floor. That is definitely not a roach, but this video is probably going to be about 15 minutes. So if you have a space in your closet, if you have a space in your home that you're wanting to declutter, put this video on and we can clean together if you want. So now I have everything out. I'm just going to start going through it. This should be just books in here, but a lot of things have just fallen in. So I'm just going to start going through the books that I have and things like that. You can see there's pots in there, there's rocks, there's books, there's everything. And some of these books I'm just keeping because we are not completely done with organizing or furnishing our house. So some of these things I know that I will probably use in the future. And these pots right here, I know I'm not going to keep. They are not really the aesthetic that I'm going for. A lot of the plants in my house are going to go in terracotta pots. So all of these little plastic and colorful pots, I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to attempt to wash them out. In any of the pots that I can't wash out, I'm just going to throw them away because I know that Goodwill is not going to take them if they're dirty. So I'm just going to start a pile over in the corner of all the things that I am donating. And a lot of these books I have not read. I don't even know what kind of books they are, but these are books that I picked up from Goodwill and I like them because they have very plain covers. So they're super easy to style. They're super easy to use when I'm making an arrangement or something like that, or some type of styling on a shelf. I have a stack of white books as well as a stack of dark colored black books that I use a lot for styling. Some of these books I've had since I was in high school or since I was in college. I am an art major, so I have a lot of art books and anatomy books. And I did contemplate about keeping them, but I'm never going to read them. And I know that there are some starving artists out there who would love to find this at the thrift store. And I think they're super helpful. A lot of the decor in this box came from my room, and I just have not found a place for it yet in our home. I'm trying to really be, conscious about, am I going to use this or do I just like it? And some of these things I decided to keep. Some of these things were actually broken, like the glass was broken in this frame after being moved. So I just ended up having to get rid of that and toss that completely. When you're decluttering a space, just ask yourself, am I keeping this because it brings me joy? Or am I just keeping this because I don't want to give it away because I just can't do it? And I don't know if that doesn't really make sense or not, but a lot of times we just hold on to things because we've had them for so long and we're just like, I just can't get rid of her. She's been with us forever. She's like family. And sometimes you have to think, Would someone else appreciate this? Could I make room for something newer in my life? A lot of times, if I'm not donating, I will actually sell these things on Facebook Marketplace, and then I will use that money to buy something that's fresher, that's newer, that actually fits the aesthetic that I'm trying to go for in my space. These are a lot of just vessels that I use for my plants, so I didn't really want to get rid of them, not because they're hard to find, just because I do have a lot of plants in my care, so I know that I'm definitely going to be getting more and I'm definitely going to be styling more, so I really want to keep those. These are a lot of baskets and things like that in my old room. If you saw in the previous video, it's one of the second videos that I uploaded to my channel. I had a lot of baskets on my wall. I had a bunch of decor on my wall, and I'm not going to be using them in the same way as wall decor, but I'm just going to keep them to put underneath plants or underneath pots, so the pots are not directly sitting on the floor or anything like that. This basket is broken. It was actually a shelf, and I tried to DIY something and it didn't work. This was a tray that is just super scratched. I bought it like that from Goodwill, and I'm going to keep the white one, but I'm going to get rid of the wooden one because it's super scratched and I really don't like the way that it looks. I also have a jewelry box in here that my grandfather gave me, and here is the other set of books that are just gray tone that I can use to decorate anywhere in my home if we have a shelf or something like that. Do you see those old books down there? Does anyone remember those books? Tiki Tiki Timbo? Does anybody remember that? Or I was the only person who had a book like that? I don't know. Is that like a Southern thing? Or I don't know, but I had that book forever. My grandmother had that book. I don't know. If you know anything about Tiki Tiki Timbo, please comment down below to let me know I'm not crazy, because I swear so many people have never heard of that children's book before. So now I've pretty much gone through everything in those 3 boxes, and I really wanted to make sure that all of the decor that I had from my previous bedroom could fit into one box. You can see this is just an old Walmart box. I wasn't even trying to get fancy with it. I'm just stacking them up as I please, trying to make sure things fit, trying to really touch everything and make sure, am I going to use this? Or do I need to give it away? Does it need to be washed? Can it be spray painted? Can it be used in a certain type of way? And I'm just really, really making sure, because I do not want to hang on to decor that I'm not going to use in this home, no matter how pretty it is. I am putting all of my pots back and stuff like that. I actually have a bag of rocks, which seems really weird to keep, but a lot of times I will put rocks underneath the tray of my houseplants to aid in more humidity. So when you put a tray of rocks filled with water, the water evaporates, and that creates a little bit more humidity for the plant. And I really don't want to get rid of them. I've had them forever. They've been in a fish tank. They've been in plants. They've been all over. So I just don't want to get rid of them. That Minnie Mouse right there, my sister actually got for me when I graduated from college, and I just thought it was so sweet. So I can't get rid of it. I mean, sorry, but I'm not going to display it out on our mantle, but I just really, really love it. So I'm going to try to find a sweet place to put it. I also am going to put all of the rest of the decor, as well as this thing for my plants. That's basically the biggest thing I use to decorate my space, are plants and just little tiny vessels that I find at Goodwill. Mostly all of this stuff, except that tray that I found, that white tray right there, I found it at Walmart. But all of the rest of the stuff in here is from Goodwill, so it does not cost me a lot. I go to Goodwill very, very frequently, and I thrift a lot of things. So that box is completely done. The next thing I'm going to go on to is this Versace bag. My uncle actually got this for me as a gift. And I know that, Versace is this big, brand. But I really wanted to keep the bag because it said Versace on it. And I don't know why that's weird, but it's the only nice luxury thing I own. And it's just a bunch of perfumes. But I decided to keep the black bag because I just thought it was nice. I'm not going to put anything in it or use it. But that was the one thing I was like, okay, it says Versace. I don't want to throw this away. And I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm like, okay, girl. I was like, I'm going to keep this Versace. This is nice because I'm not going to buy that for myself. So I'm just going to decide to put I did get rid of this box right here because it doesn't say anything on it. But the rest is actually going to go in my bathroom. Now I have a couple of chairs that I've collected over the years that are completely not my style anymore, but they really did serve me well. I had them maybe since I was in the 6th grade in my house. You can see that like butterfly chair right there. I have spray painted the legs. I have brought them with me to college. That clear chair I actually used to use outside, and I'm going to just give it away because I know I'm not going to use it in this home. And this table right here, you can see the top and the legs in my hand. I'm really thinking hard about this because I found it at Goodwill and I painted it, and I was so proud of it because it was like my own mid-century modern furniture. And I was like, am I really gonna keep this? Like, I'm sorry, no shade to the DIY community, but a lot of things that I DIY just don't be hitting as hard as like the real thing. And I was like, I can just buy a better table. Like, it's 2022. Like, I got my own house. Let me just treat myself to a new table because this is looking kind of dinky. Like, this is looking real rinky-dink at this point. So this is my luggage set that I've had for a really long time. And it's kind of beat up. I really need a new one, but I don't travel that much to really need new luggage. I'm just going to pack it all into itself and just make sure it all fits. But yeah, like I really, back to the whole DIY thing. I cannot get on the DIY train. Like anything that I DIY, I get that I'm saving money. I get that it's cost effective, but it just doesn't look as good as the real thing. I'm sorry. I have like a frog in my throat or something. So ribbit. I'm sorry if I keep, clearing my throat, but anyways, I just would rather buy it and know that I actually like it than, a lot of the DIY stuff I have. Even being an artist, like being an art major, it just does not come out right. So I've pretty much gone through everything at this point. This was our Christmas tree that I took down. You did not see this in the beginning shot because it was outside of the closet. I really wanted to find a space for it because this was our first year having a Christmas tree. No, I did not buy a Christmas tree bag or anything like that. I was very hell-bent on, I'm going to make space to fit this Christmas tree in our closet because we have 3 closets plus an attic plus a garage space. I could find a place for this little Christmas tree. So I took it apart, and it did take me a little while, but I finally put it in this corner. So that's where it will live until next year, basically. I know that some people in Louisiana actually keep their Christmas trees up until Mardi Gras and decorate their Christmas trees for Mardi Gras, but we ain't have time for that. We ain't have those decorations. I was ready. I don't know. I love decorating. Like, as you can see behind me, I still have my mantle decorated, but it's not so Christmassy, but like Christmas trees, I don't know, they're cute, but like, I don't know. I have them up for Christmas. Then the second it's over with, I'm like, take it down. I'm done with it. I'm done. Put it away. So now I'm just going through my clothing. Once again, looking at everything, I'm thinking, yes, I love all of my clothes. I have thrifted a lot of these clothes and I wear them, but I'm thinking, is this shirt, how many outfits can I make with this? How often am I likely to wear this shirt? Can I wear it to work? Can I wear it to run errands? How many different pants do I have that are going to fit with this? How many jackets do I have that are going to fit with this? And if I can't really think of anything, or if I'm just kind of like, I'm just going to get rid of it. I quickly go through clothing. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just so obsessed with a shirt that I wear it to death and then I don't want to wear it ever again. Like, I don't know. And I just fall out of love with it. And I don't think there's a problem with that, but I do thrift a lot of my clothes. So all of my clothes go right back to Goodwill. I rarely buy a shirt or pants like brand new. The only time I will buy something brand new is if I just cannot find it at the thrift store. And the only reason that should be is because I'm super tall. If you don't know, I am 5'10". So it's very hard for me to find pants that I like that are high-waisted and also come all the way down to the bottom of my feet. So a lot of times I will just give them right back to Goodwill. I know that Depop and Mercari and all of these like secondhand selling sites are really popular, but I just don't have the time for that. I don't have the time to be selling this. And I know I only paid like $3 for the shirt. I'm really just not in the mood to be charging $59 for it because it ain't come from nowhere special. So a lot of these clothes I've had for a really long time, and I'm just being honest with myself. Are you going to wear this? Do you actually like this? Or did you just like it last year and now you're done? So I'm just going to be getting rid of a couple of things. I'm going to be going through it. I like to keep my clothes in rainbow order. So like Roy G. Biv order, as well as putting my shirts at the front, then my dresses, and then my pants. And then behind me, I have like my super short shorts and then like comfortable shorts. and then my skirts, and then my bathing suits. So this was all that I really got rid of. I really, really like this onesie. I just thought it was so cute and so sweet, but I never wear it. Like, I haven't worn it in like 2 years. And I keep thinking I'm gonna get invited to this like pajama party or something, and that's never gonna happen. So I'm just folding up the clothes that I'm getting rid of. And this black top right here was actually from, what's that store called? Oh, I'll put it on the screen because I can't think of it. But, and so I was like, oh, like this is a name brand, like I could really sell. But I tried to sell it. It wasn't really working because we don't have any of those stores down here in Louisiana. So I knew that it really wasn't going to sell like I thought it would. And I wasn't trying to ship it all over the world. But anyways, so now you can see my closet is bare. I have the Christmas tree in there, thank the Lord. So I'm putting everything back in. I am putting my keepsakes in there as well as the rest of my things. It was kind of a struggle because that box is very, very heavy, but everything stacks up perfectly. I only have one box of all of my decor and my plant stuff. I am now wheeling in my suitcases. Even though it doesn't zip all the way, it's still in one nice package. And I'm actually just going to be putting it underneath my clothes because I have a lot of space in there. And this is all of the things that I'm getting rid of. I have one box full of all of the clothes that I'm getting rid of, not the clothes, all of the decor that I'm getting rid of, as well as a small pile of clothes. I got rid of an ironing board, and I got rid of those 2 chairs and that table. So this is the finished space. Once again, it's not perfect, but it is a lot better. I'm putting everything in my car right now. There you can see the 2 chairs, and I don't know, I'm not sentimental about giving things away, but it's always the second that they're gone. I'm like, oh, I could have used it for this. Oh, I needed it for that. And I just really have to let go, and I really have to forget and just say, it's going to a better home. Someone is going to use this, and someone is going to love them and love this, and someone is going to find it at Goodwill or whatever and be like, oh, wow, I can't believe someone like, you know, donated this. This is great. So that is the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed. This was a super easy, quickly declutter. I think that these are great to use. I think that these are great to do every so often. You could do them every season in the winter, spring, fall, summer. I will definitely be doing this again when it comes around for spring. But I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I post new videos every single Wednesday, so I will see you guys next week. Bye.